Welcome to the Adwords cross-border training session. What is Adwords? Adwords is the biggest advertisement platform on earth. It's a Google advertisement platform, the cost per click advertisement platform. And actually Google is the biggest search engine on earth. So if you want to advertise on internet, whatever the language is, you can use Adwords because it's the number one, and it's perfect to advertise anywhere on earth for any keyword, any request. So how to organize your accounts? You have a Gmail account, you have an Adwords account. You organize your account for a domain name. So I strongly recommend you to do. You can create until the 25 campaign. I recommend you to do one campaign for one product, or for one kind of product. I guess you don't have so many products. If you have more, you should do it in a different way. But if you don't have 100 product, but just 10, 15 until 25, you do one campaign per product, and under you do different group. You can have until 100 groups. So you do groups for each product, and each group represents one language. So like this, you can have your website translated in till 100 language. Why not? Maybe a bit too much, but and you have your products who are less than 25 products who represent a campaign. So like this, at the end you will have a kind of a pyramid where you have the accounts, the products, and the translation for each campaign in the different language that you want to target. So how to build your campaign? First you have to create the campaign. One campaign, one product. Here we consider that the website is already done, the structure of the website has already been translated, all your websites are already translated in all language, so you can already start. So the thing is, you have to know, should I target a specific product on a specific countries? Here on Wikipedia, en.wikipedia.org/wiki/list of country by numbers of native speakers, you will have the biggest language on earth. You will know which language you should translate, because if there is 200 million people, it could be an interesting market. So from this list you check for each campaign, which means each product. You first translate with Google Translation the name of the product, just to have the name. It's just one or two words. You can use Google Translator, it's okay. You translate it, and with this you check on Adwords keyword planners if there is some traffic for this specific language. So you check if there is if people are looking for this product. If there is no one, if there is 50 people per month, forgive it, it's not interesting. But if there is more than 1,500, start to be interesting. Start to be something. There could be 1,500 clients, so start to be a number. So in that case, you can keep on. If there is less, forgive the market, change another country, another language. But if there is more than 1,500 query per month on Adwords keyword planners, then second step is you go on Google and you check the competitors. So if in Italian, the markets, if in Italian for the product you're looking, you go on Google Italy, you check the query, you see the competitors. If the competitors are better than you, if you are clearly better, those who are number 1, number 2, number 3, those who are on the result of Google are clearly better than you, then forgive the market. Don't go on this market. But if the market is 5 times more expensive than you, the product of 5 times more expensive than your product, which is probably the case, because don't forget that is quite expensive. If you are 5 times cheaper than the others, or even 2 times cheaper than the others, it's a good market. You should target this market. So now you go on Mechanical Turk. Remember the worker platform, Mechanical Turk, and you translate all your description product, your title product, and your ads, your Google ad presentation. So once you have translated your all your products, the title and the description and the notice, by the way, notice important if you want to send deliver there, and the Google AdWords ads, then you use all of this information to update your website. So on your website you have the translation just fresh done from Mechanical Turk. So it's a perfect translation. It's a real Italian who would have translated, so he will have done a very good job, much better than cool translation. And now that it's on your website, you can launch the group on AdWords ads for this specific product and for this specific language. So you do this for all your products and all the language you want to target. It will be a long job, very long job. It can take months to do it. If you have 10 products, it can take a long time to do. But at the end, you will be very powerful on this language, on this target. So it's the best way to fit to a specific target. So when you're customizing your campaign, the first advice is you need to use the specific keywords from the group of the campaign in the title of the ads. So when people are typing solar panel, if the ads is showing the word solar panel, it will match directly to the eyes of the people who will read it, the people on the internet, and they will want to click on it more than if it was a photovoltaic solution, which means the same, but it's not. It doesn't directly attract the eyes. So first advice: use the keywords from the keyword list of group in the title. The second advice on AdWords is, when you are on Google, you see the advertisements on the right or on top. The advertisement, the position of your website on it, will change according to criteria: the price, how much you're paying, and the click rate, how many people are clicking on it. If there is more people who are clicking on it, for Google it means that it's a more interesting website than the others, so they will put you on top. But actually, if you just start with a big price, Google will naturally put you on top, because you're giving a big price. You're saying, I am ready to pay a lot of money to be number one. So you will be number one, and the fact that you're number one, people will naturally go more often on your website than anywhere else. So you should beginning put a lot of money to put a very high bid at the beginning, so people will click on your website a lot, even if you're paying more money, but you will have a much better click rate like this. And the fact that you have a much better click rate, after 2 days you can say, stop, now I'm going back to the normal price, who is much less, who is 10 cents. And when you are going back to normal price, you will naturally go down again, but you will keep your very good click rate. So you will be shown. Google will say, okay, you're paying less, but still there's two criteria. There's the how much you're giving, and how is your click rate, and still you will have a very good click rate, because at the beginning you have present your you were ready to give more, so you had a lot of more traffic, so they will push you much more in front because of this. So as I say, after 2 days you go back to the normal price, which is 10 cents, and you will not pay more than 10 cents per click. But the fact that you had a good click rate, you will still be well ranking, and you will still have traffic. The second advice that we can give you is to set up a daily budget higher than what Google will propose by default. So for example, Google will propose you $25 per day for your keywords. You should say, no, I'm ready to give 75. Why? Because Google considers that 25 should be okay for normal campaign, in one day. So he will try to present you and to have a medium presentation to reach $25 US. So if you think it's not he will not try to have more. He will not present you more often to get more money. So you should say, I'm ready to give more. It's okay. Whatever my cost per click are very low, but I'm ready to give you more if you can show me more often. So they will show you more often, and like this, even if you're not ranking very well, if they show you more often, people will still, if the ad is interesting, and if you put the price on it, so you're showing your advantage compared to the others, people will still click on you, because they see that the competitors are very expensive, maybe 2 times, 3 times more expensive than you. And even if you're not number 1, if you're number 5, but the price is clearly shown on it, they will still think, oh, this product is interesting. They will click on your ads. So they will show you more often. You will attract more people because your product is really interesting compared to local market in the different countries. So people will go on your ads and not on the others, even if you're not number 1. And the other point is they will go on your ads, so you will have better click rate, so you will be even shown even more. So it's to be just advantage for you, good point and good point and good point. It's you need to put a higher budget. Another thing is avoid bidding war. Do not try to compete with people who are saying I'm ready to put €1, $1 or even $5 for the keywords. Avoid this. Don't go in this kind of stupid war, because it will cost you millions, and at the end you will not have a better result than the others. So put a low price, or not a super low, but 10 cents, 20 cents, a low price, and on the low price you but even if you have a low price, first you can rank, you would be number 5, number 6, number 7. But if on the title there is the keywords and the price, because if your power is the price, which would be, I think, your advantage, if your advantage is the price compared to local markets, then put the price in big. So even if you're number 6 or 7, people will go on your ads and not on number 1, because it's clearly the best, and what people want is the price. So don't go in bid war. Stupid. You would waste money, and that's all. Second thing is to avoid bidding war. You can select a lot of different keywords that Google will not propose you. 5 years ago, Google was giving the list of all keywords that people were looking for, really all. Now you can see on Adwords keywords planner that he's just showing some keywords, the main keywords, but he's not revealing anymore all the keywords, for two reasons. First, because Google want to fight SEOs people, search engine optimization people. So by revealing this information, Google is revealing a lot of information for SEO teams. It's very important for SEO teams, and Google say we will kill you SEOs. So they don't reveal this information for this. The second point is Google don't want to reveal this because if you select only keywords at 1 cent or 5 cents, Google doesn't earn money. Google wants you to select keywords at $3, $5, $10. They don't need to take keywords at 5 cents. So they doesn't reveal any more small keywords. But there is other tools who still reveal this, and the one I will present you, various different tools, but the one I want to present you is SEO Profiler. Why SEO Profiler? It's not a free tool, but the good advantage of SEO Profiler is it's multi-language. So you can have exactly all the keywords like 10 years ago Google was giving, but in all the language. It's not especially in English, it's not especially in Chinese, not especially in French. It's really all language. SEO Profiler is tracking keywords in all the biggest language, so you can collect all keywords, and you can see that some keywords or you can know how much the people are you should pay on Google to be number one on specific keywords, which means there is a lot of keywords where you see that you have to pay nothing. It's 5 cents dollars. It's absolutely nothing to be number one, and it's still perfectly matched to what you're looking for. If you're looking to sell solar panel, and there is a solar panel photovoltaic 1000 watts, and there is 200 people per month who type this. 200, it's not a lot of traffic, but it's still 200. If it's free traffic, you can take it. So SEO Profiler will reveal this information that Google doesn't reveal anymore. Google doesn't want you to know this because they doesn't earn anything on this, but they're still giving you a lot of traffic. They prefer you to take some very expensive keywords to earn much more money. So it's what we also call the long tail. You'd better take some keywords, cheap keywords who attract a lot of people, but you take a lot of cheap keywords who attract a lot of people than 2 or 3 keywords who are super expensive and who attract a lot of people. You better at the end you will have the same amount of people, but it's clearly 10 times cheaper. So you'd better use SEO Profiler to select them. Now that you have collected a long list of keywords related to your products and in the specific language that you want to target, you should put a low bid price for clicking on these keywords, because from SEO Profiler you will have all the keywords. Most of them doesn't have any competition, so you don't need to put a high price bid as being priced on it, because there's already no one, so you will immediately be number one. But those who has competition, those the exact matching keywords, don't let them with a low price. Put a higher price. Not asking you to put the maximum price that Google would recommend, because some would be 3 or 4 or even $5. It can be. I even saw some at $8 the click, which is extremely expensive. But you should not let them at 10 cents. Put them at 30 or 40 US dollars, 40 euro, 40 cents dollars or 40 cents euros, depends of the currency. So low price for the bidding where there is no one, and the exact matching, which means where there is probably a lot of competition, put a higher one. Not maximum, but a higher. You also need to put some negative keywords. Negative keywords mean keywords where you don't want to appear. For example, you're selling solar panels, 1000 watts, 500 watts, 2000 watts. Okay, that's what you're selling. Solar panel with bit watt, 500, 1200, or 2000. There's a lot of people who are looking for a solar panel 12 volts, which means a solar panel for the calculator. It's absolutely not what you're doing. So you should put the negative keywords 12 volts. It's not what you want. It's not. That does. If people are coming from these keywords, you will just lose money because it's absolutely not what you sell. Or if you don't want to, if you want to sell with high price, you can say cheap. You don't want negative keywords. If you want to sell something with a high price, discounts not a good word. So you need to add some keywords where you don't want to appear. Typically, if there is some specific product that you know that you don't do, it's not what you are. It's not your product. It's not a product that you can provide. Put them in negative keywords if people are looking for them. Else, you will rank on these keywords. You will attract people from this keyword. You will lose money. You will pay money for this, and no one will never buy because it's not what you're selling. So it would be just a waste of money. So use negative keywords. Another thing is you need to use relevant landing page. For example, if you're selling a solar panel, don't put if your ad is about a solar panel, don't put the landing page on the home page if the home page is not about it, or don't send whatever on the home page, or don't send in another product. If you're doing an ad on solar panel, don't send your the people on something completely irrelevant. Send it to the solar panel page. Other thing, you are doing the ads in specific language, in German. Use the good ID language code, so you will redirect to the good page in the good product page in the good language. Else, if people see ads in German but they click and it's in English, or even worse, they will not buy, they will not understand. So people see an advertisement on Google in German about a product, you need to go on this product in a good language. I don't care if the URL is not pretty, if it's not URL rated. If you know what is a URL rated, it's SEO technique. This doesn't matter. What matters is that the page is relevant and the language is relevant too. Once you're ready to start an AdWords campaign, you of course need to follow up what you're doing. You need to track down what you're doing. You need to see what's happening, from where the people are coming, what are they typing, and if a keyword is interesting, if a keyword is not interesting, if people are typing keywords that really doesn't correspond at all to what you're proposing. For example, as I say, if you're selling a solar panel 1000 watts, you will maybe not imagine like this that people can type solar panel 12 volt or 20 volt or 36 volts, which is not what you're looking for. So with trackers, you will see all these keywords. You will be able to remove and put them in negative keywords. It's typically what you absolutely need to know. So you need to install trackers. How to install trackers? Yeah, you have to go to the tool menu, section in AdWords, in the AdWords campaign. Conversion. Then you click to the conversion button, and here the system will ask you if it's for a web page, if it's for a colon site, or if it's any kind of other system. Usually it's a web page. So here you can give a name. You should give something that you will know what is it. If it's, for example, the page for client registration, you can put client registration. If it's a contact form, you put contact form. If it's order product, because you are the guys arriving on the checkout process, you put order product. For example, newsletter registration. So you put a name where to help you to understand later when you will go back to understand which kind of tracker is it. Here they will ask you for the category of conversion. If it's purchase, sign up, leads, so you can let over normally with the title.
And here it's
finished.
Okay,
you already know what. Just have to collect the code. I will ask you for the conversion value. Will ask you. I recommend technician thinking very simple. It is someone else. Just consider that each time that you have a conversion, if you don't know how to access to the same value for everyone. You can put show you the code because you won't be able to value according to the price. Just someone buy instead of super expensive. Give it more someone else, so you can do it here if you want. Instead it's you. If you say it's you would at the beginning until you're not an expert. So start with, for example, a tracking code to place and set it in your website. Everything at the same value for tracking a special. Later on, you will be able to when you will have tracking code experience, you will be able to or newsletter put some better trackers. For the moment, everyone has the same level. Registration, if it's the same value form, the contact form page after it, you have contact them. If it's for tracking sales, it will be the checkout success. You will have the information next slide. So as I say, it will depend on the page. For example, if you're using an OS commerce, for the sales will be on the checkout success.php. If it's for registering, it will be on create account success.php. If it's a contact page, it's on contacted us.php. And if you're using a PrestaShop, it will be for the sales, it will be on the order confirmation.php. If it's for the registration, it would be on the controller fronts my account controller.php. And if it's for the registration, it's still on the controller fronts contact controller.php. So now that you have trackers, you will see immediately, you will know everything about what's happening on the website. You will know everything and you will see everything. So what you have to do now is to check the results. Here we have, for example, health insurance results. We can see that the keywords healthcare, health insurance has attracted 32 clicks, 32, and on 32 clicks, no one, absolutely no one, has converted. No one has been on a contact page or has asked a lead, or no one did anything. So clearly, this keyword is a bad keywords. We're losing money on these keywords. So for these keywords, we have to pause the system, so the system doesn't propose this keyword anymore, because just a waste of money. So it's not interesting to keep like this. You can select all the keywords that are not interesting, and you pause the system to not waste money on it, to keep only the best keywords. There is one tool, a very important tool. You can control all your keywords if you have 25 campaign with translating all the language, so you have a lot of groups. You cannot follow them automatically. You cannot follow them because it will be very complex to follow. It's not even in your language. You don't even speak. You are managing campaign in Czech. How can you check the content if it's good or not? You cannot. Also, when you're doing this in German, in all the language on earth, you cannot. But there is a very powerful tool here to automatically remove the bad keywords. It's a script who will analyze the traffic, analyze the traffic and the keywords, the click and the conversion. And if the conversion is bad, he will remove the keywords. So how to do this? You go on your campaign, you go on automate, create rule for keywords, and here after you can pause the keywords. So pause keywords, create rule, pause the keywords, and here you can put some specific rules. So you'd say, I want the keywords with a click rate under 10%. So we had 10 clicks, and on the clicks there is not even one. No one has click, has been on has converts. No one has buy. No one has been on the contact form. No one has been on the lead form. It's really a bad keywords. So, and you had at least 20 clicks. So if you only had 5 clicks, don't consider, because it's not relevant. You don't know. Maybe later it will be better. But if you have at least 20 click and not even 10% of them as converts, stop this keyword. It's a very bad keyword. Like this, the system will automatically manage itself. It will control all your keywords, and it's automatic rule. You don't understand what is behind. It's right in Portuguese. You don't speak Portuguese. It doesn't matter. It's an algorithm who will manage all the campaign for you perfectly. So your return on investment will be maximized. You will stop losing money on wrong keywords and only have very good keywords.